So today I'm going to reveal my project that I'm going to take to Bugapalooza 2023. So my 59 convertible here, I'm going to do my full patina twist to it, the way I like to do it and the way I've done it in the past, but I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to add a certain twist to it that I haven't done on the other ones per se. So stay tuned for that. It's going to turn out really nice, really sharp. I think a lot of people are going to like it. It may be what you kind of think that I'm going to do, and it might not. So stay tuned and find out. One thing about this car is, it's very solid and everything. The only thing I'm gonna do to it, metal wise or whatever, is I'm gonna do full floor pans in it. Do Wolfsburg West ones. I'm not gonna do those cheap black pans. I hate those things. They're just cheap junk in my opinion. And nowadays they're about the same price anyway. So why wouldn't you buy the Wolfsburg West ones? Anyhow, the back quarter pans have rod in them, battery tray, typical stuff. The other side with some water set in there. The front halves are perfect, but if you think about it, by the time you cut those, get them to fit properly, you got to run the weld all the way around them. You're going to spend just as much time, maybe more, than just doing full halves. And the full pan halves are going to turn out nicer. So why even bother? That's the way I look at it. Plus, if you're going to get metal that's even close to the same thickness, you're going to buy the full pan half and you have to cut it down, so it's just a waste. Anyhow, other than that, this car is just crazy solid. It's not rusty anywhere on the body, so there's nothing to do there. The pan, going to fully detail it out, Raptor line it, do all that kind of good stuff. I'm going to clean up the wheel wells, everything. The only real modification, I guess you would say, that I'm going to do to the car is I'm going to put drop spindles on the front and four-wheel disc brakes. Other than that, I'm just going to kind of do my paint detail twist, my style to it, and keep the cool patina-ness. If you look back, I'll put a link in the description maybe to a playlist or something of this car from the time I got it. I've had it about 2 years now. It was red when I got it, and I've stripped it all the way back to this original Atlas blue. So I've got countless hours into it so far just to get it to this point, and it's going to be a real head turner when it's done. So I'm not going to do the top because I'm just not going to have time. I got like 3 months, just a little over maybe at this point, to get this car all done with my normal workload. And I'm just one guy. I can only do so much. This is going to be a lot just to get this car. It's going to be a driver. I'm going to drive it to the show and everything. But I'm not going to worry about something like this. I'll put the top down, put a boot on it, and be fine. But the rest of it will be all dialed in. So, all right, enough of all that. Let's get into tearing this thing down.
You can't stop me now, can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you to tie them to the ground. You can't stop me now, can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going at, ain't turning back around. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me. All the blood, sweat, and sacrifice. Oh, I paid the dearest price. And those shortcuts here for destiny, I'll take the long way proud. Oh, I know what I've earned, and now it's my turn to light in the fuse, let it burn. My time is rising, and you can't bring me down. Can't stop me now, can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you to tie them to the ground. Can't stop me now, can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going at, ain't turning back around. Can't stop me, can't stop me now. No, 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 you can't stop me now.
All right, so this is as far as it's gonna go for now. I just basically took everything off that I needed to in preparations for getting ready to pull the body. The trim was glued on back here in a couple of places. Things like that. Check out the heater channels and support rails. Not one of these 10mm bolts broke off here. Well, 10mm head size, they're 6mm, but you know what I'm saying. It's just unreal. And remember, this car has been sitting since, I don't remember if it was 82 or 83. So basically, since I was born, this car's been off the road. Take a good look at the windshield section. No rust or anything there. It's just all this just goo from stripping the red paint job off and where it went on there. And under here you can see some of the silicone. They had a ton of silicone on here, which was good, you know, kept it from rotting. And then here's a good look at the pans. I don't know that I've showed them very well in the past. So you can see all kinds of daylight through there. Good section there. Just where the water got trapped and sat in here. This one, you know, to be expected. So you can definitely see now what I was saying about doing full floors versus just trying to patch all of that in. It's not worth it. This is just crazy solid. I removed all the original wood. You can see what kind of shape that's all in. It's perfect. There's not really even any pitting. There's the outside. Some of these screws, like these ones for the straps that go up, those snapped off. The rest of them come out fine. So you can check out the lines, the body lines, just perfectly lined up. And these doors, just like that, just like that. I mean, it doesn't get any better. Not even rust behind here. You know, the gravel guards usually trap all the moisture and dirt and debris in here. I liked it because the convertibles were the only ones from the factory that came with the, shoot, can't even think of it now. I don't know why, but that's dumb. You know, the rock guards, gravel guards, that's the word I was looking for. These actually had a nice rubber seal that fit into a channel that was stamped inside of them. And then they were bolted on in here. Pretty similar to the aftermarket ones, but you know, sealed here very well. So it kept all of this, you know, nice and clean. And then you can check out this side. Just as clean as the other. No broke off bolts or anything. And the original running boards, the mats are trashed. They look really horrible because I, you know, stripped all that paint off and it just ran down on there, but you can kind of see some of the paint still shiny underneath, just some surface rust. So I'm gonna blast these and get some new correct mats from Wolfsburg West, do the stainless trim, things like that, reuse it. I was surprised it didn't show in the time lapse. On these, the lenses, you know, I took the chrome housing off and then the lenses were just bonded to the original seals. I was holding them and it was actually shaking the entire car, just trying to get them loose. I ended up having to take a box knife and kind of go around it carefully and slice it open to get the lens off without breaking it. That one I was successful on. This one, it popped in half right at the last second, but that's fine, I'll replace them. Yeah, I can get a good look at the car now without anything covering up. I have some metal work to do, you know, right here, where it's kind of hogged down a little bit. And then the bottom of the hood, it's got a couple little splits in it, so I'll address those as well. And then see how this side of the hood's kind of wavy. I'll do what I can with that. This side's a lot straighter. But there you go. That's a good look at it. And then here, I went ahead and pulled the original liner out, which is sitting over there. And then I had to cut the bolts. Somebody had put bolts through on this side. And they had a bracket brace thing that they made for it, so I had to cut those off. All right, so that's gonna do it for this video. Stay tuned for lots more to come on this one. It's like I say, I only got 3 months just over to have this car done. The Bugapalooza 2023 is in April. So it's gonna be here before I know it, and yeah, I'm biting off quite a bit, throwing this on top of my normal workload. So I'm getting ready to jump on Mike's 73 bug right now, and I'll have a video out on that in the next few days, so stay tuned for that one. And when I get his car wrapped up, I'm gonna jump right back on this one, pull the body off, take the chassis all apart, and load up the pan and take it out and get it blasted. So, as always, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please subscribe. If you have friends or family that's into this kind of stuff, pass it along. I appreciate it. Leave me a like, comment, let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one.